Ah, fuck it. I'll just get started now. Am I gonna get kicked? Maybe not. Hello everyone, Bumping into 720 here, bringing you part 36 of my live stream for Final Fantasy XIV. This one's a little late, sorry folks. I completely conked out, fell asleep, and forgot about it. Got my days mixed up too. I thought it was Thursday when I went to bed. Woke up the next day, thought it was Friday, turned out it was Saturday. But anyways, the Halloween event has dropped. Well, I think it's Hallow's Wake or something like that. But let's go ahead and say hi to the free company, and let's go ahead and get going. We're gonna do the Halloween event today. Let's see. Got some monies. I also got my third retainer. We're gonna run around as Link again today. So, go ahead and start off with the Halloween event since it's in Gridania. I already did it on my main, so I kind of know how this is all gonna play out. But basically, you get a mad scientist attire. You can get a housing item, which is a caged wisp, and you can get an emote in the form of eating a pumpkin cookie. There we go. So let's go get this stuff going. You can also get some fireworks stuff, but I see that as filler. We need to go to Miketo. The amphitheater. All Saints Wake, that's what it's called. Whoops. A mad masquerade. Wait, yeah, we're gonna do it on this character. Why, hello there. You strike me as the goodly sort of an adventurer, eager to help strangers at a moment's notice. And you couldn't have come at a better time. You are eager to help, aren't you? You have my thanks. Now tell me, does a traveling circus troupe known as the Continental Circus ring a bell? Each year, when it comes time for All Saints' Wake, they set up shop here in town, conducting all manner of suspicious activity. Though they appear to be ordinary performers, each and every last member is a most vile and despicable void scent. Under the guise of events and festive merrymaking, they carry out acts both mischievous and malevolent. But worry not, for I have a plan. This year we shall hold an event of our very own, thereby supplanting their modus operandi. A brilliant scheme, would you not agree? The main spectacle shall be a costume cortege. I think it's cortege. I don't know. But for those without suitable guises, my colleagues at the Alchemist Guild have devised a most ingenious solution. A special concoction that will temporarily transform any individual into a most ghastly visage. That is where you come in. You must transform yourself with our potion and speak with the townspeople to spread word of the event. After giving them a good fright, you will need to dispel the enchantment, thus allaying possible concerns of ill effects from our wondrous brew. Thousand thanks. I have prepared a selection of 4 elixirs for you to choose from atop the benches beside me. Choose the one that suits your fancy, then go forth and spread word of our costume cortege. When you've finished, let us rendezvous near the Leatherworkers Guild. Best of luck. I'll do that in a second. I want to see if I can buy something right off the bat. Ah, I can. Nice. We're gonna buy that, and we're gonna buy one of these. I might buy more of these. I don't know yet. Let's learn this. Plink. Yay, I can eat pumpkin cookie now. Alright, what do I want to turn into? Let's do a wraith. Your appearance will be changed after drinking the mysterious concoction. After frightening a townsperson in your transfigured state, dispel the enchantment and inform them of the planned costume cortege. Yay. Of course, you can't sprint or do anything. That actually looks really cool. I like it a lot. Wah! Don't just stand there, dears. Do something. Dispel the enchantment, yes. Wait, so you're not a ghost? Shame on you. I was nearly frightened to tears. You were able to transform into that abomination by merely drinking a potion. Well, where might I procure a vial? I'd very much like to pay forward this little prank of yours. You have spread word of the costume cortege, but more people must know if the investigator's plan is to succeed. Transfigure yourself once more and continue promoting the event. And then, gotta do it for Harambe. When you transfigure into a Sasquatch after drinking this concoction, proceed, yes. Yeah. Quite hefty. Nothica's teats, what in the world? I'm right in this face. Alright, lad, you've got some explaining to do. What the hell is going on? We could transform into creatures with a mere potion. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed you. Suppose we can at least give it a try. Townsfolk are abuzz with the talk of the costume cortege. A rendezvous with the Adventurers Guild investigator near the Leatherworkers Guild, and inform him that all is ready. Roger Dojo. I think you just gotta go down here now. Yep. So very sorry to have kept you waiting. I've been gravely busy attending to my own preparations. Tell me, how did you fare? Were the townspeople at all interested in attending the cortege? Aye, it sounds like they were simply trembling with excitement, and to think that no small few wished to transfigure themselves. Oh, what a joyous occasion. That they would give themselves so willingly. Why did I never think to simply take this human form before? Yeah. I suppose you've earned an answer for your compliance. I really must thank you for being so gullible. I did not realize there was another clown in town. Topograph, my darling, it looks like all your hard work has finally paid off. Indeed, my beloved, all proceeds apace. Once I finish settling matters here, we shall enjoy a magnificent feast. Dear, oh dear, you appear to be confused. While the effects of the potion I gave you lasted for only a short while, the potion we brewed for the townsfolk is a touch more potent. With but a single sip, none shall return to their original form. We shall harvest the dread that overwhelms their feeble minds when they discover this truth, and use it to summon forth our brethren. Then we shall have our night of devilry at long last. The Gruffs will be the envy of all Voidsent and live as royalty. All is falling into place just as I schemed. The creature is motioning at you hysterically. What could it be trying to say? Ah yes, the investigator from the Adventurers Guild. The full drank her potion with all the concern of a newborn babe. How fitting he will remain just as helpless for the rest of his days. Even as we speak, the townsfolk are lining up to be transformed, blissfully unaware of the monstrous fate that awaits them. And we owe it all to you, and indeed, you've done a jolly good work this day. Oh, my sweet, you never looked more dashing. Seeing as you have matters here well in hand, I'll return home to our little honeycomb and ready a feast for my hard-working husband. Well then, I'd best be off to finish my preparations. This will be a night to remember. You poor, poor thing. A lost child at wit's end. Perhaps I could be of assistance. By the way, that's the attire that you can get. It's pretty nice except for the helmet. Not liking the headgear. Why do you look at me with such mistrustful eyes, dear? Your dubitation is quite misplaced. There's something off about you. I don't think they're in line with Papa Gruff. I think I had said that one before already. Is this how you always treat newly met strangers? What if I told you I have a remedy to dispel this enchantment? Here, drink this. Given the situation, I do not blame you for being wary of gifts from a stranger, but I will gladly drink it myself should that ease your concern. It worked. You have my thanks. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, though I wish I had met we had met under better circumstances. As our fiendish friend explained amidst his gloating, I am an investigator working for the Adventurers Guild. I knew that red-nosed charlatan would be up to no good. I knew he would take advantage of the season's festivities as he did once before. Yet for all my vigilance, here I am, his very first victim. Oh, the shame of it all, because of the spear piercing my very soul. But thanks to you, I am free of that foul enchantment. I owe you my life, miss. I fear you'd sooner forget a name as unremarkable as my own. I am but a passing woman of science. I see. May I assume that you are the self-same individual who created the remedy? You may indeed. It is a remedy which has required no small amount of fine-tuning. A frog tongue here, a rat's tail there, but I will spare you the details. Rest assured, the townsfolk too shall be returned in their original forms with a sufficient dose. As fortune would have it, I made plenty for everyone in case such a tragedy were to befall the city. Now, if you would be so kind as to distribute the remedy to those in need, investigator. Understood. I know not your motives, but I'll not look a gift chocobo in the beak. This is the best hand we have to play, and I will accept full responsibility for the outcome, whatever it may be. I will tend to the townspeople. May I entrust you with capturing our crafty clown? Stores of the remedy are like to run dry should they claim too many victims. In that case, I will remain here to assist. Excellent. Once I've administered the remedy to the afflicted, I shall await you in Mikedo's amphitheater. It will be no easy feat to apprehend Papa Gruff. I have no doubt he will be expecting you to come after him. That is why I propose you give him a taste of his own medicine with a disguise. Ideally, the guise should be of one dear to him, one whom he would let down his guard around. What's more, I would suggest someone whose appearance you can recall clearly. Well, we didn't get to see dear little Gruff, so we're gonna have to do the wife. His love and joy, perfect. He'd never suspect his dear wife. When you're certain his guard is down, give him one of my special cookies. I've baked in an ingredient that will return him to his natural demonic form. Though I wish I could be of more help, could do more to help, I am little more than a simple doctor. An adventurer of your obvious talents is far better suited and accustomed to such risky undertakings. When you are ready, I shall provide you with a dose of my own transformative mixture. It shan't be hard to locate Papa Gruff. Knowing he prepares for the night of devilry, I suspect he will be waiting for more void scent to gather. As such, he is most likely hiding in the vicinity of the riverbank, out of sight and out of mind. He will no doubt have returned to his guise as the Adventurers Guild investigator so as not to arouse suspicion. Now, recall an image of his beloved in your mind's eye, and I shall weave it into reality with the power of alchemy. The Wake Doctor will transfer you to Mama Gruff. Proceed? Yes, let's do it. Remember, once you've found Papa Gruff, use whatever guile you can muster to trick him. Then offer him my special treat. You will be transfigured into Mama Gruff. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with the quest objectives. Speak with the Wake Doctor to restore or prolong the transfiguration. I mean, they already give you a half an hour to do this. It's not that hard. I think you gotta go down here. Oh, my sweet Snarbleberry. I thought you had returned home. Is that a miss? Converse with Papa Gruff and persuade him to eat the Wake Doctor's special cookie. Yes. Gotta make him eat a special cookie. Don't tell me, is it because I didn't return your goodbye kiss? You know I'm easily flustered. Besides, my love, our plans would be in tatters should a passerby catch us sharing an intimate moment. Yeah, I don't want to kiss you anyways. Let's do this one. You came all this way because you were worried about me. Oh, I'm not worthy of such a caring succubus. But fear not, your beloved has everything under control. Thanks to that wide-eyed adventurer, the idiot humans are drinking our concoction in droves. Do this one. Believe me, there is naught to be concerned about. I must say, you are rather intimidating today. Let's try and go for it now. You always know just what I need, but moments ago I was thinking that what I wouldn't give for a snack. I knew you were cunning, but if I didn't know it better, I would say you're a mind reader as well. Cookies, my favorite. Well then, don't mind if I do. Goodness, it smells delicious. Oh, how I love a treat for my sweet. That's a crunchy cookie. I'm not even a fan of crunchy cookies. I like soft bake myself. What is this? What's the meaning of this? Why, you conniving little... You may have put a damper on my plans, but all is not lost. Yes, if I start again now, all can be ready in time for supper. Surely you jest. All Saints' Wake is meant for all to partake in and enjoy. It cannot be. The great Gourd of Legend herself. You poor misguided soul, gone are days when you might wreak havoc as you please. This truth I will drill into your head slowly and meticulously, until there is naught else you can think of. That helmet used to be, the helmet and the robe used to be rewards back in the day. I think that was during their Realm Reborn days. If I frightened you, child, forgive me. Such was not my intention. You could actually get the helmet in different colors. There was the white, there was a green one, and I think an orange one. I wish only for man and monster to enjoy the revelry of All Saints' Wake in equal measure, nothing more. For a mercy, his mischief-making was brought to a halt, thanks to no small part to your efforts. But if the day's festivities are to be cancelled, despite all we have done, the townspeople would still suffer for his transgressions. He has caused much grief, and I will punish him accordingly. So I ask that you place your faith in me and allow the festival to continue as planned. There will be no further disruptions, you have my word. We'll go ahead. You have my gratitude. Perhaps you should apprise the real Adventurers Guild investigator of the present situation. He said he would await you at Mikedo's amphitheater, as I recall. Once you have done so, come and speak with me. There is somewhere I would like to take you. By way of recompense for the trouble this ill-mannered child has caused. Until then, I actually kind of wish that I could get the helmet, but unfortunately you have to pay real money for it. They also have, you can get a Witch's Broom mount. They had a nice eerie barding for your chocobo, which I'd also like to get. I wouldn't mind the Witch's Broom as well. It'd be a nice mount to run around with. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprint. I keep forgetting that I have that. Ah, there you are. You'll be relieved to hear I finished administering the remedy to all the afflicted. But tell me, how did matters fare on your end? So the fiend has been reverted to his true impish form. I see. Well, eccentric though she may be, if the doctor claims she can keep him on a leash, I believe her. And with a surplus of curative potions, I can see no reason why the costume cortege should not continue. I will, of course, remain vigilant for other disturbances. Your assistance has truly been invaluable, my friend. With this trouble now behind us, I trust you will take at least a moment's respite. Why not spend it donning the guise of monstrous and mischievous creatures? Yay, many faces. Be our guest. A good old callback to Beauty and the Beast. So you remembered my request. I am pleased. As I mentioned earlier, there is somewhere I would like to take you, though I'm afraid it is a place not easily reached. When you are ready to depart, pray speak with the usher here, and he will escort you. Ah, you must be the guest of honor. If it please you, I shall escort you immediately. Allow the unusual usher to escort you, yes. I shall take my leave first and make the preparations necessary to receive you. Do not be alarmed by what you see, child. We shall not be far behind. Now, if you would follow me. Okay, so this is a little instance area where you get to go to the Great Gourd's abode. Now, Square Enix did a very beautiful island with the Island Paradise, but unfortunately the way you build the buildings on it really grates on my person, and ultimately it turned out to be a big bust for me. Well, what they could do, they could give you an item, or some type, like a key item or something that go on, like, let's see, where is it at? Just put it in, like, the key item section, or they could put it in your collection area, where you can summon an usher like this, and it teleports you to your own little area. It doesn't even have to be this big. Just enough to build a house and maybe get a garden going. And then the housing problem would be set. I mean, it didn't have to be given to you. You could also pay an exorbitant amount of gil for it. I don't know. I'm just saying that they have the ability to make these instanced areas, and I would really love to see it for your character, that you can get this and you can actually build it to your heart's content, kind of like housing. Because I like the housing system. It's a little clunky, but it's awesome. You have almost complete autonomy on how to build your house. But they ruined it with Island Paradise by making so much cookie cuttery. But anyways, I'm done ranting on that. Let's just continue. Let's enjoy the area. And there's some items here that I would actually love to get. For like housing. Like, they have jack-o'-lanterns that you can buy from previous seasons. But you should be able to get some for your own housing, like, every year. The tree's kind of cool, but a little, I would love to get some of these gravestones. I'll show you the gravestones in a second. But look at this. This would be awesome if you could have, like, something like this of your own to build and customize. You're sitting on a gold mine with this, and unfortunately they haven't pulled the trigger correctly yet. They keep missing the mark. Welcome to my humble abode. Surprised to see I have a home of my own, are you? Even the Great Gourd needs a place to rest her head. And it's also a kind of a joke on the Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown. Peanuts. I've never invited a mortal to my home before. Consider this my show of thanks for ensuring All Saints' Wake can be celebrated this year unimpeded. You may make yourself at home and stay as long as you like. If you are concerned about Papa Gruff, do not be. You and I have come to an understanding. Some children must simply learn the hard way. And with that, pretty much the entire Halloween All Saints Wake event is done. But yeah, I definitely want these candles. This candelabra set, I would love it. They look so eerie and awesome. What else we got here? Bag of pumpkins would be kind of cool too for an outdoor decoration. Bowl of apples would be kind of cool. Part of the reason why I had cheated and transferred Gil over from my main, which took a while, to this character. It took a while because you can only transfer 1 million gil at a time through trade. So I had to do it 20 times. I only transferred 20 million, but I want to try and get a house for myself, so that way I can customize it and show it off to you all. This housing is really fun in this game. It's just extremely annoying to get to. And basically, these guys will let you transform and stuff. This way. Here's a little graveyard area. See, I would love to have some of these gravestones you can customize with for your outdoor portion of your house. It'd be kind of cool. I love it. Oh, I love these jack-o'-lanterns too. These solo jack-o'-lanterns would be awesome. This one's kind of gaudy a little bit, but I'd still use it. A little column with the bats and stuff in it. Alright. Enough playing around now. Let's get back to brass tacks. There's not much else left in this that I remember seeing and stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and head back to Gridania. And this person will send you to the Hawk Manor, which has been souped up for Halloween. Nothing really to do there. I ran around it for a little bit, didn't see anything. It's just something to look at. But yeah, the Magic Prism was the other thing. Oh, this one lets you have a disembodied pumpkin head, but it's just like, eh. It's kind of a sad excuse for the jack-o'-lantern helmet you can have for glamour. Alright, I need to go to Bulwark Hall, which is in Limsa. Wait, do I want to continue the storyline, or do I just want to go ahead? Let's see what my warrior's at. If I hit 50 on warrior, I might just go ahead and do that. I did not. I only hit 40. Balls. Well, I could at least get warrior. I could also go and get my ninja. Maybe we'll go do that. First off, let's go to Gold Saucer, because we need to go and catch up on some stuff. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do the costume rating. That'll be the only problem. But I can at least, hopefully, get my Jumbo Cactpot. Pardon me, my sinuses are acting up. Huh. Oh well. I think that wasn't really a winning one anyways. Damn. Oh well. Looks like a bust today on these. Yep. Like 400 MGP is all I got. Bollocks. Go and get my weeklies done a little bit. Go cuff a cur right fast. I just missed it. So close. Ah. Barely missed it that time. Got it. Got it again. Woo! Oh, short. All right. Enough playing, let's go ahead and mosey. Oh, wrong way. I always get turned around in this area. So I think the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get my warrior crystal. Thankfully, both things require me to go to Lemza. So let's head to Lemza. Do this. We're gonna get a warrior crystal on, if I've got time. We're also gonna knock out the ninja crystal. I was running around as Mario. So, basically, the reason why I'm doing this is people were getting a little upset with me while I was leveling my marauder, well, warrior, and they're like, "Go get your damn crystal already." So that way I'd have more abilities, and also I wouldn't be as squishy. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll be able to at least run through the entire Marauder storyline. Probably should have tried to find the local Aetherite, but oh well. Rainer, what's he for? Oh, it's probably for a mission, for like a dungeon. My first axe. Ah, you cut a striking figure, hero, but heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. Let's talk to him too. Good day to you, hero. How timely. There is something I would ask of you. Ah, but where are my manners? Is there aught you require? Here at Blozing's behest, you say? Ha! That he should send you of all people is a stroke of good fortune indeed. Blozongs. I guess that's his name. Permit me to apprise you of the situation. You will doubtless recall driving the Serpent Reavers out of Sestasha. Well, despite our best efforts to keep the place secure, I regret to inform you that it has been occupied by pirates. Pirates, I say, though eyewitnesses claim that they seemed more akin to fiends from the briny depths. To be frank, we are not wholly certain what it is we are dealing with. I dispatched a party of adventurers to identify and eliminate the threat, but it would seem their courage failed them. But they were not you, my friend. You will fare better against whatever awaits within Sestasha, of that I have no doubt. If you would be willing to assist us, report to Persia, who stands guard by the entrance to the caverns. That basically is going to unlock Sestasha hard. Alright, so we're going to go to Middle Lanosha. I'm going to eat a hull, so pardon the clanking in my mouth. So that way, hopefully I can unlock my nasal passages a little bit. Also, it works for my throat. Alright. We're just going to mow through these. What the fuck? Oh. That was the wrong button. Alright, so I don't need those anymore. Oh shit. There's a lot of stuff this way. Now I just need ladybugs. Oh, that's everything? Okay, cool. Wait a second. I might have it for my ninja as well. I do have it for my ninja as well. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock this. We'll just do that. Bugles and lambs. Ah! I can't mount up. I'm in combat still. Go away, little ladybug. Yeah, I'm pretty much here anyways. Ah! Onion rings. Oh, I gotta go this way. Sprint! Oh, Rogue's about to level up. Oh, I just need 481 XP. Wait a second. Whoops. Damn it. Oh, I'll be just shy. Damn it. I just need 81 XP and I would have gotten 34. Funny. Alright, since I'm already a rogue, we'll go run over there first. Sorry, Alphanod, you can wait. Hey, little bro. How's it going? You just missed the Halloween event. I'm doing my warrior and ninja crystal gathering now. I need to go to the Fisherman's Guild for the rogue. You looking to head inside? Yes, I am. Let me in. So we're gonna try and blast through all this stuff. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Done with your milling, are you? You can never have enough blade practice, me young colt. In fact, I'll even add a list of marks to your hunting log. Pit yourself against the lot, and you'll soon learn some new steps for your dance with the daggers. No, he only talks to you during, the anniversary of the game. He's the Wandering Minstrel, by the way. If y'all didn't know. Aye, you must think of yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need so much force to ram a short blade into the hilt. Precision and speed, that's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor will only have you plodding around like an ungainly ox, so make sure you're wearing gear that'll let you move freely as well. Alright, get your blade work up to scratch, hero, and I might just have a job for you. Next rogue quest available by Jack upon reaching level 5. I'm more than ready to get the next mission. A dainty dilemma. Oh there, hero. I must say, you're looking comfortable enough with those stabbers of yours. Aye, I reckon you're good and ready for your first assignment. Ordinarily, I'd stow me wits and let you get on with your work, but seeing as we only just dragged you into the shadows, there might be a couple of things you ain't yet familiar with. Let's build on what you likely do know, and that's the fact that the Admiral, God's bless her soul, has outlawed piracy in Limsa Lomenza. So why do you think there's still so many sodden pirates in this town? I'll tell you why. It's because there's still one way for them to loot and pillage without incurring the wrath of the law. All you need to do is apply it to serve the thalassocracy as a certified privateer. A captain with a privateer's license is free to terrorize the seas till the Aldgoats come home, so long as he only targets vessels that belong to the Garlean Empire. Of course, considering how bloody vast the Empire is, that's plenty of looting to go around. Crews fill their holds with Imperial plunder, then sail back here to Limsa to offload the spoils. And that's where this particular case went sour. See, this one crew got their fambles on a Magitech device, a firing mechanism to be precise, but was rooked out of their hull by some heavy-handed coves. One of the animes that I was waiting for continuation of decided to immediately condense the entire ending. Oh, that sucks. Which one was that one? I hate when that happens. If you'll recall, that don't sit well with the code. If you're bold enough to rook a pirate out of his due, then you'd best be prepared for a visit from the rogues. Ah, and speaking of visiting rogues, Underfoot, over here, lad. Oh, that sucks. I wanted to get into that one. I want the pair of you working together on this. Pass sentence on them code-defying rooks and bite back that Magitech part. What the cult need me for? You're in charge of new recruits, ain't you? It's Hero's first assignment. You're to go along and give him the benefit of your wisdom. When was I in charge of new... Ah, bugger it. Yeah, so I guess we're to be partners for now. The name's Perimu Harumu, but most of me fellows call me Underfoot, being he's a potato. He might seem a touch reluctant, but Perimu is one of our best. You just do as he says and you'll get the job done. And judging by that tan, he's a russet potato. Alright then, me young rogue, seeing as this is your first official outing, I want to make sure your dance steps are up to the task. With them short blades, you need to get it good and close to your mark, eh? But we ain't bleeding swads in shining armor, and the lighter kit we wear ain't much protection from the click to the gan. Jesus Christ, I cannot stand the talk. I can't wait to get out of this storyline. So if you don't fancy spitting blood and teeth, your best defense is simply not being there when your mark winds up that lad to land a nasty clout. Right. Sliding around to a flank usually does the trick, but there's some fun every rogue should master, the shade shift. Clear your mind and trust in your speed, and you can leave an axe-wielding brute or spell-flinging mage chasing your shadow while you bury your stabbers in his guts. Right now it's time you put this lesson into practice against some of those Aurele out in Lower Nonosha. I hope you was paying attention, lad, because those tentacles can pack a wall up. Enjoy! Alright, where's the exit? There's the exit. That sucks. Damn. How many seasons do they have of that? I think it was like 2. Oop. Yeah. Hey, it could be worse. They could have decided not to do any more seasons, period. I mean, for all we know, maybe it'll get a reboot sometime. If it gets enough traction, enough of the fan base gets upset. You return to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make of each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. The next Marauder quest will be available from Wernzuin, these names, upon reaching level 5. Axe in the Stone. Hero, you approach me with the Marauder strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. Yeah, I really hesitated. It took me forever to get this class picked up. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now it sets the axe aside from the gladius of the dagger. It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by an extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method that you shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Brombar in the practice area downstairs, and we shall instruct you further. How do I go downstairs around here? Oh yeah. They have towers that go down. Or spire, I should say. That one looks a little funky to me. The Axe-Master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Brombar. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe-wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe and dulling the blade. But you can't use just any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rotgeim, fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Yeah, I get to go blunt me axe. Your hero. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I still haven't gotten into that one. I'm so behind on anime. I need to get caught up, but I just don't have the time. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone, are you? I have three nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now. Just hit him with a good, solid, heavy swing. This isn't a very good idea. Where's the other one? There it is. That was so hard. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you've got the idea. Why don't you have it at him a little harder with the heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Aye, I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axe-Master Warnzone and let him know you're ready for something harder. Pun intended. Now we'll just go to lower, go do the rogue stuff, and then we'll go and turn it in. If these are layer on my hunting log, they're gonna level me. Otherwise, the mission will level me. Moment of truth. No, I don't look like it. Aha! Oh wait, they are on it. Yay, level up. Gotta love that victory fanfare. Oh, and I actually looked up that mount that person gave me. That robot. The mech or whatever. On my main server, I think those go for a couple 100,000 gils. Thank you again for giving me that mount for free. Really appreciate it. I still don't have that one on my main. I need to go to Dojo and finish that out. Alright, let's go to the Fisherman's Guild first. So much stuff to knock out. Still didn't even have all the... Look at all the classes I still have to unlock. Jesus Christ. Well, I can't do Reaper Sage yet, because I'm not high enough level. Can't do Dark Knight or Astrologian yet, because I haven't gotten the area unlocked. Can't do Gunbreaker. Or... I can't even do Machinist either. Or... I should be able to... I think I can do... Red Mage, Dancer, and Samurai. And Blue Mage. I think I can unlock those, but I'll wait for a while to do those. Blue Mage is can be so overpowered though once you get the spells unlocked. Ugh. Too bad it's a limited roll. Done with your practice then. The sting of them tentacled buggers will soon teach you to stay on your toes, eh? Now we've got your blood rushing, let's say it's time to get down to work. First things first, we need to track down the Maddled Coves what rooked that Magitech gadget. Might be as one of our rogues has heard something. The guild thrives on information, you see, and we've ancients scattered far and wide with their guild glazes keen and their waddles to the ground. Jesus Christ, this talk on these people. Pay us a visit to Itelwan at the Drowning Wench. Ask her for a weak ale and see what that gets you. I'm not setting you for a laugh, lad, trust me. It's code talk. Although if I had to do code talk, I would say I'm looking for a strong drink. Surprise me. The App Castle, I believe, is the closest one. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. What's your pleasure, sir? Never in all my days. We may serve some cheap grog at the Wench, but not that was watered down. If our usual ale is too bold for your taste, mayhaps you'd like to order from the underground menu. Aye, there's quite a lot on offer for a customer with your roguish charms. Is there something in particular I could help you with? Ah, the trouble over that Magitech loot was not a settled job. The gang in question is an unusual group of former pirates calling themselves the Dainty Demolishers. Yeah, that does sound odd. They seem to be enamored of court dandy mannerisms and have a preference for seasoned Garlean machinery. They're also known for conspiring with goblins. Rumors say that the Demolishers visit a beastman camp in Middle Onosha to fence their goods. And those goods generally take the form of Imperial technology. I imagine the goblins are rather pleased to take possession of a Mark something anti-aircraft cannon firing mechanism. I don't know Roman numerals that well after a certain point. If you mean to steal the device back when your trail leads to the goblin camp in Summerford. Summerford, eh? On your way, lad. Meet me across the river from the camp and we'll plan our next move. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the Marauders. With Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you see that there's talks about a huge Silent Hill release? A bunch of titles. Of course, they're starting with Silent Hill 2 as a remake. God damn it, why won't you start from the beginning and work your way forward? You're killing me with my OCD right now, game makers. Just killing me. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, hero? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Sulkweb. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Nice. I was actually waiting for Silent Hill to be remade or remastered, especially since, Resident Evil has gotten the touch-up treatment. And I will be playing those. It's just, god damn, people, I really wish you'd do it in order. I like to play the titles in order. It drives me up the friggin' wall. Hi, hero, I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous tasks. I suppose Wormzone expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalocrab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lanosha. I shall trust you to find your own way there, just don't forget your axe. Well, we're gonna go do the rogue one first, that's in middle, and then we'll go to lower. What was another thing that was oh! So they released more information on the Resident Evil 4 remake. First of all, from the looks of the trailer, you're not going to have your trusty wolf companion. Because from the trailer, they showed a dead dog/wolf in a bear trap. So that's got me upset, because I liked that little motif that they had. And they're doing a little bit of retconning of the fact that it's directly tied to Resident Evil 2's remake, so they're going to give Leon PTSD, which it would be more realistic. I kind of like that. So, I mean, him going from, just a rookie cop that hasn't even seen any line of duty to surviving Raccoon City to then becoming this badass CIA agent that's like just completely stone cold. Kind of was, Him having PTSD makes him more humanized. Get your noggin down, hero. I've been snilching the action across the way there. No sign of the demolishers, but I did see one of them gambler coves stuffing the Garland gadget into his backpack. I knew the little one would steer us all right. This is your chance, lad. Clap that gambler gobby and grabble that device. I've lost track of which gob it was, but I'm thinking it's the sod on the left. Just make sure you dance away from any bomb blast. Twisting and dodging in the middle of a fireball might not save you from getting your eyebrows singed off. Inviso. Dead! Ha ha ha! One shot, one kill. Yeah, I saw that too. That's kind of sketch. There's another reason why I didn't pick up the increased the more expensive subscriptions. I don't like revolving libraries, Sony. Here's looking at you, Hulu. And Netflix. That's the way, lad. There was not for me to do but sit on me daddles and watch. So you've got the goods then. Aye, this is the device. Ain't no mistaken. Let's get it back to the guild, eh? We still owe them Demolisher bastards a million, but they'll keep it for the now. Here, you should be the one to deliver the prize to Jack. It was your hand that what snatched it out of the goblin's paws, after all. Captain, I say, some fiend has perpetrated violence upon our goblin colleagues, whilst we sought but to wet our throats with fine libations. This will not stand, Captain. Our finely filched loot has been pilfered from under our noses. Blast and bother. My blood boils and bubbles with the temerity of this affront. I know not the identity of these audacious buffoons, but they shall be made to pay, and pay dearly. With me, my fine fellows. Huzzah! Not so much as dainty instead of fruity, those blokes. I also heard that the new Tales from the Borderlands was kind of a flop. I didn't buy it yet. Kind of holding off on purchasing any new titles for the time being. Huh. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Oh, there's the entire Metal Gear series is supposed to be getting a remake for current gen, from what I heard. Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers have got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, hero. We need to move now. Duty calls. Axe in the stone. Let's knock it out. I get knocked all the way down from level 40 to level 9. Ah, bugger and shite. Get away from me, you bloody great bastard. Yeah, stare it down hard. That'll get it to run away. Oh, I don't have my AoE. You know, I have that game and I still need to play it, but I might as well just play the entire series from start to end. I even have the old NES for, games. Hey, another level up. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more, what with all these scary monsters about. Me ma and me da, they were both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago, an Aurochs, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. Aye, make it pay for what it did to me folks. Take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like here who'll be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Surprised the grandpa didn't give his grandson a good hiding for getting his ass in trouble. Consider your first duty a success, hero. Time you headed back as well. Before Warnzone begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. And then sadly, they came up with the update that the Dead Space remake isn't going to be on PS4, it's PS5 only. Thank you guys for locking me out of that one. Oh, nice. Yeah, I still need to finish that title. I haven't touched that since my last recording. I'll eventually get to it. I'll have to take a back burner right now, though, because I think either this week or next week is the drop for the DLC for Resident Evil Village. And I'm going to be playing that almost exclusively. And it's going to be entirely in the third-person mode. Which I heard, funnily enough, is you will never get to see Ethan's face. Which is weird. I wonder if there's something to do with that. Alright, so I need to go to the Fisherman's Guild first. So much stuff coming out. Pretty soon they're gonna squish me into getting friggin' a PS5. That's what I was thinking. The furthest I got originally was right after Lady Dimitrescu killing her, and I found out that Rose has been turned into body parts, and that's when I found out that my recording system kind of bit the bullet. So, of course, you guys will have yet to see me fight Dimitrescu, because that part, unfortunately, happened after my computer had conked out, and I did not know. You managed to grapple that fire mechanism yet, hero? Right here, mate. I filched it good. Ah, still in one piece, too. You've done well for your first assignment, lad. It don't look like much, but that crew put their lives on the line to cloy this here bauble. They'll be pleased to see it snatched back from the Ruffmans. You've yet to do for the dainty demolishers, Jack. The job ain't over. You're right, Underfoot. It ain't. You break the code, you face the consequences. As it should be. Oh, this is not at all what I expected from the inside of a convent. And who might you be, sirs? Ha ha ha, your ignorance is understandable. After all, our schemes are always perfect, our heist impeccable. Shall I reveal our infamous name and drink in your delicious terror? We are deadly, dastardly, and dictionally devilish. Quail before the dainty demolishers. Yeah, right? You notice that their hair is tinted pink, and they have pink face tattoos. Potato Man's got it right. Really? Captain, I say, there's the cat who misappropriated our merchandise. I concur. He is the selfsame simpleton who we trailed unnoticed to this very establishment. Surprise, surprise. Now, my dear dandies, let us not be unpleasant. We should endeavor to resolve this distastefulness without resorting to insults or other less diplomatic methods, at least not yet. You there, yes, the clean-cheeked errand boy. Be a good fellow and fetch me your superior. One of your colleagues has committed a terrible crime against us, and we shall not be leaving until the proper restitution has been paid. Oh ho, an errand boy now am I. Tell me, Captain, just what kind of place do you think this is, then? This place, why, I suppose it is some manner of convent. The one-eyed doorman named it the Dutiful Sisters of Edelweiss, or some such. And you've yet to realize your mistake. Your fate was sealed the moment you dragged your sorry Corin across the threshold. Are you threatening me, boy? I'll have my fellows cut out that impudent tongue. We've exhausted our reserves of dainty today, lad. Show these fraudulent sisters how the demolishers deal with upstarts. They've got rusty axes. You still don't understand, do you? Down for the count. There are but three sorts of coals what the doorman will let pass. Clients, recruits, and marks. God spit. Oh, they got lipstick on, too. I'll kill you all. And your mom teach you not to interrupt the lady when she's talking. That was a point-blank throw. You'd have learned that the third sort of coal is a bollocks for brains mark what marches himself right into the rogue's den. Rogues? We were so careful. I heard tales in the pirate days, stories about the merciless wraiths who uphold the code. They weren't called rogues back then, though. The upright thieves they were, the knives in the shadows. Phrasing? You can't be them, you're just trying to scare me. Well, the captain of the dainty demolishers is not so easily cowed. I mean, you guys just got one-shotted. For the hells with your deceptions. Huzzah! Huzzah for my fallen comrades. And everyone's just giggling because they're about to see him go down hard. Like a sack of shit. Deceptions, aye. Anyone you meet could be a rogue captain, even a clean-cheeked errand boy. He's still breathing. Find some rope and string him up someplace in town. And now the job's done. Quite an introduction you had there, eh? That look. It's like, what the fuck did I just see? Welcome to Limbs of Lamenda's ever-turning underbelly, where the thieves shed their skins and become rogues. Now you gotta get the swabby to clean up all the blood. I'm not much for discussing the old days, but since it's come up, I might as well clear up the confusion. It was back when piracy was at its peak. Coves that protected the code were dimber dambers, the best lads and lasses to be had from among the pirate crews. They bit back the goods what was wrongly bitten and came for the guilty under cover of dark mans. Upright thief became the title of those coves who dealt in sanctioned stealing and milling. But it was only those that had cut all ties with the Buccaneers' life that was accepted into the ranks, conflicting loyalties and all that. They formed their own guild and even their own way of speaking, and what was once pirates was pirates no more. Later on, when Merlwyck took the Admiral's chair, the upright thieves agreed to abide by our laws. We became the Rogues Guild to mark the change and altered our recruiting policy to accept venturers like yourself. But although the title is different, the job remains the same. Uphold the code and preserve the underground society that spawned us. This is you've done with this assignment. Keep up the good work, hero, and you'll go far in these shadows. 10 piece. 10 piece. Yeah, we'll get the thigh boots. Maybe I can sell those. Straight into the shadows. I'm not going to get very far in these. Fine evening to you, hero. And a fine evening it is for a spot of work, wouldn't you agree? This time around, it seems some eager buccaneers scampered aboard a local merchantman and made off with a shipment of muskets. Now, seeing as it ain't lawful to cloy from a lamented vessel to begin with, the Yellow Jackets fell upon them daft coves before their boots were even dry. Aye, they caught the pirates right there on the docks, but the stolen boomsticks are nowhere to be found. Fenced in a longbow deal, I'm thinking. That's when our guild was officially contracted to retrieve the goods, which weren't real needful, since the code would have had us on the job anyway. You don't bite the purses of your fellow lamentins and all that. So this is your assignment, me natty lad. Find out where them weapons went, and bite the shipment back. Seeing as the cutters has hit the merchantmen were already rotting in irons, you needn't rush in with your stabbers and stabbing. I want this job handled quick and quiet, and I have the perfect partner to show you how it's done. It's the chick, isn't it? I was right. This here's Vikeb the Stray. Ain't no other road that can match her in the arts of skulking. Of course, name the cat girl the Stray. A pleasure. There's some problem, Vikeb? You seem a bit out of sorts. I'm bloody starving. I had one of them finger sandwiches set aside, you know, those egg-filled tasties that make it the Bismarck. But when I got back from New York, it was bloody gone. Uh-oh, that was Vikeb's? I thought it was Underfoot's. Well, you just head out on the job, and I'll see if I can't turn up that Mrs. Sandwich by the time you return. All right, Jack. Once more, a little detail you should know. The muskets was meant for the Yellow Jackets' armory, so once all is bobbed, you can hand the goods to one of the culls directly. I remember this one. This is a good one. This is a funny mission. I'm definitely going to make sure this one gets done. We can start whenever you're ready, hero. I've had a colleague keeping a waddle out for that might help us, so I suggest you have a few wids with her first. You'll find her at the Highland, posing as a fishmonger. I actually like Vikeb, however you pronounce her name. She's pretty cool. Don't get between her and her food, though. She'll kick your ass. Alright, so I need to go to Marauder now. I always make sure to set your buff on. Marauder's Guild. It's always good to make that second nature as soon as you turn into your tank class to buff up. So you've shattered the shells of the megalo crabs and saved the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, hero. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of La Noscia, ever seeking to expand its territory. And that boy's parents are but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, hero? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. 10 pieces. I can't sell that, so we'll just pick that up. No, we'll pick the gloves up. Wake of Destruction. Hero, I've gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Sigurd bade you slay. The tales named this creature Kujata. So yes, not all the primals were from the summons. They made some of the quote-unquote boss monsters as some of them. This one was from Final Fantasy VII. It was that big, huge boar that when it stomped, it created that earthquake. Those who have witnessed Kujata in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain, such as his immense size and bulk. Now he's an Aurochs, by the way. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to Blind Iron Mines. We have had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blades sing in righteous slaughter. I love that saying. Let your axe ring in righteous slaughter. Yeah, right? The one that plays hide and go seek with you or keep away. A mix of the two. That one was so annoying to get sometimes. I should have went to that portal. Where's the Highland at? Oh, that's where the Highland's at. Alright, so we're gonna go there first. I think I can go this way. Yeah, I can go this way. Hello there, sir. We carpet trout, lobster, and shrimp, but I hear you tell you've been looking for something special breed of fish. The long, shiny kind what a bark will put a bloke's on his arse. Ugh. We don't sell that kind here, but you might try it. Them foreign merchants. What was they called again? Ah, the traders of Edge. They hail from the South Sea Isles and are known to dealing in all types of nasty spitters and cutters. I should warn you, these folks ain't ones for questioning the source of their merchandise. In fact, they seem more than happy to pay for the goods what come from below deck, so to speak. What do you mean by wrong warp? Are you talking about the original or the remake? But if you're still keen to get your hands on the rare fish, then you'd best hurry. The Edge merchant once visiting Limsa is looking to load up and leave the city before long. Just how he means to transport his goods remains a mystery, though. With all the iron blades he's got nursing his operation, it makes it hard for a girl to get close enough to eyeball the competition it does. Oh, you're a chick? Oh, I just noticed that. I'll be sure to keep an eye peeled on your behalf, but it might be as you can learn a little more from folk around town. Oh, there's Vicab. Traders of Edge, eh? Well, if one of the merchants has been staying in the city, then someone will know something about it to point us in the right direction. The trick is to listen without being seen. You'd be surprised at how culls will cackle when they think no one else is about. Oh, I didn't even know about that glitch. I don't even know how to do it. But of course, good thing I didn't, because if it can corrupt your save, Jesus, I'd been upset. But always make sure to make a backup, folks. We'll focus on places that would see plenty of traffic. You can have the Bismarck, the ferry docks, and East Hawker's Alley. I'll try me luck in a few other spots and meet you in front of the guild when I'm done. Remember, keep hidden, keep quiet, and keep your wattles open. Excuse me, woof. I don't know if that registered on my mic, but I'm sorry if it did. That was a little wet. I think this is the Bismarck, yep. Nope, this is the Armorer's Guild. Why am I here? Oh, because it says Lower La Noscia. Alright, so I'm going to the Bismarck. Alright. The ferry docks would be... I'll do the ferry docks last, because that would be by, I think that's by the Fisherman's Guild. Alright, who's about to talk to me? Diving Dove appears distressed over some matter. Approach her while cloaked by your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop on her grumbling. Diving Dove is grumbling in discontent. Ah, the sneer on that customer's face. Does he think I can command the skillet to cook more swiftly just to meet his pressing departure schedule? I don't know how things are done in the South Seas, but here in Limsa, folk appreciate the fine cuisine cannot be rushed. Come now, Dove, you must not speak ill of the patrons. Now, what was next on my list? Ah, another finger sandwich for the dutiful sisters. Someone there must be rather fond of eggs. Now, another thing that kind of irks me about this game compared to other games, this hide skill, you can't really use it in dungeons. Once you get into a boss fight, it immediately pops you out of stealth. So kind of kills the immersion a little bit. And I should have just went to the stupid Aether right there. I'm doing this the long way, folks. I shouldn't have done that. My inventory is filling up too. Ah, jeez. And I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, right. I need to go to Hawker's Alley first. You can actually make the Bismarck later on with the Culinarian. Alright, so I'm going this way. Karolf is speaking in a low but lively tone to a nearby customer. Approach him while cloaked with your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop on his exhortations. Karolf is hawking his wares to a customer. You have quite an eye for quality, sir. We've a splendid range of produce from every corner of Eorzea, but one simply cannot visit Limsa without sampling some of the local specialties. Would you care for some freshly squeezed La Noche orange juice, or perhaps our famed salt cod is more to your taste? Geralt continues to espouse the virtues of his merchandise, but his impassioned urgings appear to have little relevance to your assignment. Yeah, it is the Fisherman's Guild. I was right. Oh, really? Reverend Nasu appears distraught. Approach him while cloaked with your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop on his mumbling. Reverend Nasu is mumbling anxiously to himself. Curse my sense of duty. Would that I stayed at the wench for that extra pint instead of returning early. I ain't asked to see anyone being bribed, and certainly not by my relief pilot. It's certainly not my relief pilot. I wonder what that merchant was about. Smuggling, most likely. Should I report this to the Yellow Jackets? But what if I'm being watched? I could end up face down in the harbor. You are being watched. Boo. Welcome back, hero. I hope your skulking went well. I need a drink. Ah, better. A little bit. You might be an angel of death with the daggers cult, but any rogue which shuns the shadows is headed for an early grave. Sneaky cove can nose about without risking a scrap, or slip himself into the best position to ambush a mark. Once they've seen you, though, your rum fun is done. Hiding is part concealment and part distraction, and you won't be disappearing on a cove what already knows you're there. Alright, I'm done prattling. What'd you manage to learn about our Muscovy merchant friend? Waddle-dee-dee. Slipping coin to a ferry pilot, was he? And by what you heard from what the chef at the Bismarck, this trader means to hop the twig and soon. That matches me on findings. He's vacated his rooms at the inn and paid his dues in full. Being a merchant, we can be sure that he won't be leaving without his merchandise. So here's the plan. We wait for him to stack his goods on the pier, then you ghost in and grab all them firearms. I'm hoping we can get this job done quiet and under cover of Darkman's, but it never hurts to be prepared for the worst. Sounds like he's got a small army of sellswords on the payroll. I'll send word to the Yellow Jackets and have them post a call near Hawker's Alley. That way you won't have far to bolt once you've bitten the goods. Mark should be along any moment, hero. Have you got your skulking boots on? Yeah, cut me down to 14. Basically cut me at more than halfway down. Alright. There are more pressing matters at hand. I think I can sneak my entire way in. And yes, this is as fast as I can go. I might be able to sprint, but I might break it. Why did it break my stealth? Oh, because of this. Forces me into a cutscene. You're not supposed to be here. I thought I ordered my hirelings to keep this jetty clear. 1, 2, 3, there's one missing. My crate of muskets, it's gone. You'd think one of the big crates would have been the muskets, not that little dinky one. Of course, I'm gonna stand there smug as an idiot. Thief, stop him, you useless sluggards. What am I paying you for? We got more coming? Yep. Oh, I'm not supposed to go that way. Oh, I gotta run all the way to Hawker's Alley? I probably should just run through these guys. Oh, this is so boring. Way too easy. Right? At least Limsa, well, I can't really see it right now because it's in fog. But I actually kind of like the way Limsa looks. It's just the whole pirate motif is kind of annoying. Oh, duty complete. Yay! Basically snuck through the rest of it. I probably could have taken those guys down super easily. Of course, I'm all the way over here. That turned hairy, didn't it, Colt? Once you reached the Yellow Jacket, though, the merchant called off his blades. Wise enough to cut his losses, I'll give him that. I'd say we're all done here. Let's head inside and tell Jack the bad news. I heard the sounds of fighting come from outside and how I've whittled the cause of it. I thought we were aiming for subtle on this job. That many swads was there, but you got the Yellow Jackets what they wanted, so all is well that ends well, eh? You're on your way to becoming a first-class rogue hero. The job didn't unfold exactly as planned, but do you see the value of keeping out of sight? Skulking might seem slow, but it can save you time and a fair amount of bleeding in the long run. Yeah, right? Speaking of unexpected developments, I have a bit of bad news for you, Vicab. I searched high and low, but it seems some unprincipled cove has yaffled your sandwich. There were not the crumbs to be found. No, my sandwich, it was a Bismarck special. Do you know how much I was looking forward to that meal? My belly's about to ready to cave in on itself. It's a tragedy of the highest order, love, and you know I can't bear to see me rogues in such distress. So I gave Underfoot a special assignment. He should be back any moment now. With the freshly made Bismarck special finger sandwich. You did that for me? You're not japping with me, are you, Jack? This ain't no japping matter. 'Tis the Guildmaster's responsibility to see that all his coves and morts are at their best for the job. Ah, Jack, there you are. I've got the sandwich you ordered. And didn't the chef give me a waddleful when I said we was in a hurry? Maybe next time you could think twice before you yaffle a fellow rogue's up. Oh, bollocks. Jack, did you eat me supper? Right. Now, lass, let's not be hasty. Here, there's a fresh new sandwich right here for you. No harm done, eh? You've cloyed something what belonged to me, Jack, and I can't ignore the code. I have the code. We mustn't ignore the code. You're having a laugh, aren't you, lass? Lass? Yeah! Oh, it's the best, one of the best quests ever. Leave him hanging from our rafters. It might be the swiftest string up I've ever seen. The punishment that fit the crime. Take a good long look, hero. The code exists to preserve peace in Limsa, to keep the allies from running red with blood. The city's me home, and I'll draw daggers on any cove fool enough to threaten that peace. Pointed lesson, let's head inside, eh? Your sandwich will get cold. Hey, do you mean to leave me here all night? At least give me a grand view of the harbor. God's pissed these robes are tight. Oh, man. And now we find ourselves indebted to the Rogues Guild. The Rogues Guild. Oh man, I'm lightheaded from laughing. That impropriety of it all. Would that I could see them occupying a cell next to the thieving pirates. Then again, I should say that some of the ninja quests are kind of funny too, because some of the characters on that one are hilarious. Let's wait until we meet Karasu. Oh, them ropes will leave chafe marks for a bleeding week. I may have wriggled myself free, but that's the last time I let me belly do the thinking. And just think, Vakeb strung me up over an egg sandwich. Those coves will and truly stomp on the code get it far worse. Keep up your training, lad, and you'll soon be handing out rogue justice yourself. Bronze? Nah. We'll get the gloves. Stifled screams. Ah, hero, just the cove I was hoping to see. We have some nasty trouble brewing. The client's on his way, so sit tight and pay attention. I'm calling Underfoot and the Stray in on this as well. It'll be a right little rogue family reunion. Glad to see that she forgave him for that finger sandwich filching. Yeah, right. Jack, the client's arrived. Our guest here has come from Maelstrom Command with confidential orders direct from the Admiral herself, so you know this won't be a simple job. I'm afraid your guildmaster speaks truly. It was several days ago when an emaciated man stumbled into one of our camps seeking aid. Upon questioning the poor fellow, we discovered that he had narrowly escaped a life of slavery, and claimed that pirates had raided his village, abducting him and many others to sell on a black market auction block. We dispatched a patrol to confirm the tale and found the village almost completely destroyed. It was a meager settlement without so much as a guardhouse, thus did its unkind fate escape our notice until now. You'd think these pirates had never even heard of the code. Ah. Pillaging honest coals and dipping their wicks in the slave trade, they're headed the right way for a good stabbing. Aye, though it ain't set down in so many wids, the code's notoriously unforgiving against those who raise weapons against the weak. After all, the first pirates in these parts were coals what was fleeing oppression in the northern seas. Ignore your history and you risk becoming what it was you hated most. So, you've the mark for us then. That we do. From the descriptions given to us by the escaped villager, we determined that these lawbreakers are members of the Jolly Merchants, pirate crew in possession of an official privateering license. It would appear, however, that privateering has been naught but a screen behind which to hide their illicit activities. One can only imagine how many other lemons and citizens have fallen prey to these wicked slavers. And we've let it happen right under our very noses. Naturally, the Admiral desires a swift resolution to this ignominy, but merely tracking down those poor souls who have already been sold is proving heavily taxing to our allocated resources. We could throw more soldiers at the problem, but that runs the risk of drawing the small folks' attention and inciting undue panic. Thus do we come to the Rogues Guild for help. We ask that you eliminate the Jolly Merchants and liberate the villagers presently in their custody, and that you do so with the utmost discretion. Consider it done. When those nasty coves will feel our short blades pricking into their backs, they'll enjoy but a brief moment of regret before the code is rightly enforced. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's get to work. I'll be going after the Jolly Merchants myself. Underfoot, Vakeb, you two lend your skills to the Maelstrom's investigation and see what you can whittle about the coals would have already been sold. Hero, you're coming with me. I think you're ready for the next step of your education. I thought I said execution for a second. It's the case of me mind running faster than me mouth. Shall we go after the slaving cutthroats then? Our client tells me that the Jolly Merchantmen set sail from Malaport a few bells ago. Oh aye, they might be aboard an Imperial ship or two, but that's just a mummery they're putting on to amuse the Admiral Swads. I reckon the rest of the crew'd be back on land looking to snap the shackles on a fresh herd of chattel. And just to prove me theory right, one of them jolly bastards got himself spotted creeping about the Roughmans in Lower Lanosha. There's a Bennett Cove over at the Morby Dry Docks by the name of Swarzant. Swarzant would likely know the full story. He's more of a shipwright than a rogue these days, but he keeps his glazes keen for the guild. Head on over and have yourself a prattle, and I'll join you soon in like. Alright, I need to go to the Morbi, nope, Galagos is a marauder. I think that was Lower La Dojo. Sounded like they brought in the big one on that one. It looks like I'll only be able to get to halfway through each of them. Maybe if I had focused on one, I could have gotten one done. Oops. How did I do my Chocobo saddlebag? Ah, I did that, okay. Oops, let's go this way. Let's spank some monkeys. I didn't even know that these could fly. Guess the wings have to account for something. Of course, then again, pretty much any mount can fly in this game, once you learn the flying ability. Can I go this way? I can. I know what you are. You can. What can old Swarnswood do for you? Swarzant. Hunting down jolly merchant slavers. Ah, well, that explains a few things. I was keeping an eye on the bustle about the dry docks, you see, when I spied an odd trio off in the distance. This rough-looking sod, one of your pirates, I'd wager, was prodding along another bloke and this poor skinny lass. I've seen whipped curs less miserable than the two being herded. Last I saw, they were headed south. If what you're saying about this slavery business is true, then the jelly merchant's not going to walk his charges all the way to the market. No, he'll likely has a boat waiting for him. And if I were a slaver headed south, my vessel would be hidden somewhere along the salt strand. That doesn't leave you much time. You said Jack was on his way, yes? You'd best go on ahead, and I'll point him in the right direction when he gets here. So he can be conveniently late. Or on time, depending. Oh, he was on time. Swarzant came through for us, eh? Now what do we got here? This one looks a charmer. Saw it move, I told you. Me peg-legged grandma hobbles quicker than you miserable sacks of shite. Or maybe you need another thrashing, is that it? You already forgot what happens when you try me generous patience? Yeah, I'm sorry, please, no more beatings. We walked as fast as we could, but we need food, water. Get in the boat and shut your traps. You'll get fed when we reach the other side. The other side? Where are you taking us? Are you challenging me or just plain daft? I told you to keep your bleating mouth shut. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Leviathan's scaly arse, she's weeping again. Listen, we headed to the airport, alright? That's where me and me shipmates gather to take stock of the merchandise and decide what gets sold where. You see, some buggers want only lads while others is looking for lasses. As long as we keep these rich bastards happy, we make more coin than we ever did scrapping with the Empire's war galleys. Not that you care about that, I suppose. What matters to you is that you'll be loading into the Jolly Merchantman, sailed off to God knows where, and limbs will be a distant memory. So if I was you, I'd fill that empty belly with one last big gobful of sweet Laotian sea breeze. I'm sort of tempted to put a blade twixt his eyes right here and now, but that won't get the job done. Now we'll let him guide us to his mates in Aleport, and then we'll mill the whole bloody lot of them. The Jolly Merchants will get their due, don't you worry about that. They've gone. We'd best hurry to Aleport unless you quick her way. There's a ferry what leaves from Candlekeep Quay. Meet you across the water, lad. We'll pretty much get these two missions done and I'll probably call it after that. This ferry is bound for Aleport. Will be traveling with us. 40 gil? Yeah, sure, I'll take it. It's quick and it doesn't cost me an 8th right ticket that I'm sorely short on. I burned a shit ton of those doing other missions. Oh, I thought it was snowing for a second. It's just gale force winds. Here, that Jolly Merchant Cove's still with his captives. Seems they've taken a room under an alias. Hiding their operation in plain sight. Bold as brass, eh? But it's an old slaver's trick. See, even some Cole recognizes the merchandise. Only a single handler gets boned. The rest of the crew just whistles all innocent like whilst their mate is marched off to cry cockles. And you can bet they've threatened bloody murder for any prisoner what raises a hue and cry. Patience now, Colt. We'll just wait until we're sure that all these blackguards have arrived. Meanwhile, you'd better sharpen your stabbers. We have a busy night ahead of us. Ah, yes. Ready for the job, then. Once the Jolly Merchants are all here, we'll ambush the sods and set their captives free. Stifled screams. Let's go ahead and commence. This one, I believe, is under night. Yep. That ought to be long enough. We'll just have to hope there ain't any stragglers. Listen closely now, Colt. The merchants disguise as plain old adventurers and have settled themselves in 3 separate rooms here in Aleport. How do we whittle which coves are the merchants? Easy. Take a look at the daddles of that bingo swilling cull over yonder. He's wearing lavender gloves, the exact same type what the nasty sod at the Salt Strand had on. That'll be how they find each other in the crowd. Of course, it's also how I whittled where each of the bastards would stand. Just notes the hopeless glazes of the company they keep, and you can be sure that you've found your mark. Now here's the job all laid out for you. We hit all 3 common rooms, milk the merchants quick and dirty like, and get those captives with their bleeding lives back. Alright? Oi, the storeroom door's been forced open. Some thieving sod's been at the ale. Well, they couldn't have gotten far. Better get the lads to do the sweep of the port. Was that merchant cove gulping pilfered ale? You'd think they'd be doing their best not to draw attention to themselves, and all things considered, bloody oafs. And now we've got a swarm of yellow jackets buzzing about looking for blood. They spot us wandering around in the dark man's. I've been feeling they'll ask first and ask questions later. Oh, man. It'd be best that if the patrols never even knew we was here. We'll slip as sneaky as we can into each of the common rooms and use them telltale lavender gloves to identify our marks. There's innocent coals in there as well, mind, so let's try not to stab any that don't deserve it, eh? I'm not thinking we should head out one at a time and better avoid them yellow jackets, so I'll let you take the lead after you, Hero. Yeah, go ahead and let me do the work. Oops, actually, I'm right here. Yeah, I can't kill any of the yellow jackets. I think it's automatic failure. They have a taste for the tiny. Oh man, I actually have to be careful. They do have regular adventures. I don't remember that part. Oh, I can't do it again. Oh, he went down quick. Yeah, you're free, little guy. Can I sprint? Oh, lolly friggin' doodah. It barely makes me move faster. Hey, those are the two that I saw earlier. I am in the shadows already, Jack. You're you're a little slow. Alright. So now what do I do? Oh. They're cheering me on. That was easy. Not a bad night's work, eh, Hero? Maelstrom will be taking care of them poor coals we freed, and I've made sure none of the merchants we downed are like to get up again. Basically, we went over and finished them all off. As for the Jolly Merchantman, well, her crew can expect a visit from the Admiral's finest galleys, and it won't be for tea and crumpets on the poop deck. Right, me natty lad, our part in this is done. Time to head back to the sisters. Excuse me, are you the ones who freed us? Aye, was there something else you'd like we could do for you, miss? The Maelstrom squad to take you home if that's what you're worried about. Oh no, I know, I just wanted to thank you. You should join up. If I may, there was one other thing I wish to tell you. Moments before you rescued me, that dreadful pirate was muttering into his cups. So something about another raiding party that hadn't yet made it back. I beg your pardon? It seems they'd been hunting for slaves in western Lanosha, and being so close to Ailport, our captor assumed they were out rounding up chattel until last bell. I just couldn't bear the thought of anyone else suffering as I have. Please, is there not you can do? There certainly is, miss. You just get yourself safely home and leave this stray pack of jackals to us. Pray for your success. Thank you again. Yeah, so much for savoring a victory, Pint. I'll send word of this development to Underfoot and the Stray. We've some well-earned trade for this last of these jolly merchants. By the by, how's your throwing arm, Hero? I think it's time I learned you how to fling a proper blade. When you're out in the wide open rough men's, you often find a need to sting a cove from a distance. I'm sure a canny lad like yourself will figure all sorts of uses for a well-thrown dagger. Just keep it in mind when we hunt down the rest of them slavers. Yay! I learned how to toss a dagger. Slave to the code. Ooh, mug. Those last few jolly merchant bastards must be camped out somewhere in western La Noscia. Now, if I was a black-blooded gill-grubbing slaver, where would I be hiding? Oh, another thing that kind of bugs me as a rogue on this game, there's no pickpocket ability. I really wish that they had one. I missed that back in WoW days. There's not to the west but the Sahagan Pools. Even those bollocks for brains pirates know better than trespass on fishback territory. And they won't want the chance running into patrols near Elport, so that just leaves us east. The flock? Aye, they'll likely be nestled down in the ruins out there amongst the dodos. That's where we'll try to pick up their trail. You head on over and snilch the place while I send word to the sisters in the Maelstrom. What was the Marauder? Report to Axemaster Wernzoin at the Marauders Guild. Alright. We'll go talk with Wernzoin and we'll probably end it. After it's getting a little raw. Plus it's about the 2-hour mark that I usually do. Welcome back, hero. Your actions have saved many from needless injury and anguish. But though your efforts are to be commended, there is yet much work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Oh, I forgot. I'm not done with this mission yet. Let's go finish the mission, and we'll drag it a little bit longer. Is it lower? No, it's over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got stuff all over the place from different Final Fantasies in this game. Just wait until we get to Gilgamesh. I'll have to do that eventually. It's a little side mission. It's hilarious. Oh yeah. I'm not talking to Alphanod yet, because I'm not doing storyline. Not right now. I think that one's Blue Mage right there. That quest. Marauders Guild. Oh. Oh. Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of the many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. Alright, to face Kujata himself, you yet require far more training, but do not despair, hero. As Axemaster and fellow marauder, this I swear. I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon. Until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. We'll get the helmet. I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words. It shows in your bearings, in your unwavering gaze. It is time for you to once more lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of a sizable creature roaming the outskirts of Aleport in western Lanosha. This monster is no Kujata, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove a worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I'm fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter and archer by the name of Renfred. He took up residence in Aleport some years ago and will gladly aid you in this task. With Renfred's assistance, you are to track down this prowling danger and provide it swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. I love that one too. May your axe swing true. That's awesome. I love some of the sayings in this game. Swift and bloody passage to the afterlife. How Viking. Although they would say Valhalla. Yeah, I kind of figured now. Oh. I got a materia. Alright. Figured I'm just going to go ahead and end it all here. Thank y'all for watching. This has been part 36 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you liked it, those of you in the future, give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay, but we'll try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. Thank you, little brother, for spending time with me. Keeping me company as I ran through this stuff. And we'll see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. I gotta go ahead and sell this crap too. Bollocks.